Title of this video is you have a higher chance of dying from stupidity than this virus. Okay, so the evidence is clear. It's just common sense. Okay, if you're INFJ like me, if your personality has an IN to it, it means you're intuitive. It means you're listening to your intuition. It means you're listening to your experiences in life. Okay, and accidents happen. Vehicle accidents happen. Okay, all kinds of accidents happen, and most of them happen due to stupidity. Okay, most of them some of them by chance, and some of them from stupidity, but most of them from stupidity. Okay, you know, living in 2020, it's absolutely stupidity. You know, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So it's something that applies to that too. You see? So, and another thing too is they say you can't fix stupid. So that's probably it applies right now to Washington. It applies right now to Tony Fauci, to freaking CDC. Okay, this COVID thing. They would not let up on this stupid freaking virus thing unless, you know, they meet their death quota. Okay, unless they meet their death quota, they're not going to stop harping on this thing. And I told you the kids are going to be in danger in the fall, so keep an eye on your kids. You know, I keep harping up on that because it's true. You know, there's a depopulation agenda, man. It's clear by now. Okay, you can't deny that shit, bro. And look at this thing, then the freaking grass are dying. Look at this. You mean to tell me California is 70 degrees? Look at that. Look at it on the right. You see it? The grass is freaking dead. But this grass right here is GMO grass. Look at GMO grass. GMO grass is still alive, bruh. You see? It's freaking alive. And the natural grass is all freaking dead, bruh. It's all freaking dead, man. And so, I'm gonna give you some real life examples here. So, when I was in the service, I contacted MERS, the Middle Eastern Respiratory Syndrome, which is a virus. Okay, it's supposed to be deadly. Okay, I got sick, got well. Okay, I isolated myself. Okay, for about, I think, like 2-3 weeks or something. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine after that. And at first, my platoon in Iraq was tripping on this, and they were like, "Oh, the medic is like harping up on this." They're like, "Oh, gotta isolate everybody. Gotta do this. Gotta do that. You know, gotta put a mask on." But what we did was we put a mask on on the sick people, okay, and we quarantined them. So I was quarantined, you know, had a mask on. But you know, after 3 or 4 days, I was fine. You see, they were like, even the medic was like, "Oh, you don't have any symptoms anymore?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. Freaking playing basketball here, bro." You know, how can I be not okay if I'm freaking playing basketball? You see? So took a while to convince him, but hey, you know, right there. So that's one, and the other one was when I went to the Philippines on vacation. I got the SARS. Okay, the SARS freaking virus, man. Goddamn freaking SARS, and got over that, and that took me, man, because it keeps coming back. It's almost like 3 months or something. 3 months, because it keeps coming back to me. It keeps hitting me like this. It was actually like mutating or something like that. So, and I contacted a little bit of the bird flu. Okay, the bird flu. So that's when I started using the oregano thing, and you know, so I was able to, you know, like every 3 weeks I'm like recovering like that. Every 3 weeks I'm recovering, 3 weeks recovering, and then until month 3, and then month number 4, I'm already good. But it took me a while to get over that thing because I never took any freaking antibiotics or freaking nothing. I didn't want to take drugs. You see what I'm saying? And it's also a virus, and what they're trying to give me in the Philippines was a antibiotic. I'm like, "Are you sure it's gonna freaking work?" They're like, "You know, we don't know. We're just gonna try it. You know, just try it." Freaking try something that's not even freaking hydroxychloroquine. You see what I'm saying? It's a motherfucking Trump's thing, you know. So I didn't take nothing. So it took me a while to get over it, but it's just like freaking a small cough. That's about it. And The next thing was I was still in the service. Okay, I was still in the service. This was when the other platoon got hit by an IED, and one, two, three, yeah, three people died. You know, 3 people died when that freaking patrol that they did. And what's really stupid about this was the platoon leader knew about the IED, okay, the improvised explosive device. It was sitting on the right of the road, and the story I was told, you know, I was told what happened and this and that, because so this is kind of a second-hand story I'm giving out to you. So you know, because I was on the other platoon and nobody died in my platoon. Okay, we promised each other nobody's gonna die in this platoon. So it was exactly what happened. You see, INFJ intuition, survived war. Okay, nobody died in my platoon, bro. Somebody died in, you know, someone else's platoon. So you see right there. So this platoon that this other platoon that lost their personnel, you know, their platoon leader saw the IED and has they said that the platoon leader knew about the IED, and what went wrong was he forced the other Humvee personnel to go drive through the passageway, and they already saw the IED. It has a freaking drum full of gas or something like that on the side of it, and he has like freaking TNT or some kind of explosive on the side, and it has like the fuse and everything, you know, the wires. So what happened was he was like, oh, just, you know, we don't want to go around anymore. They took the lazy way, they took the stupid way, man, and it was his fault too. It was his freaking fault, and people were mad at him too for that, you know. I don't know how they're able to freaking keep him as a leader, because that guy's a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not apologizing for that, because it's out of stupidity that he lost his own friends in his own platoon and shit, you know. Because that's a brotherhood, that's a sisterhood, you know, freaking the military. Like whoever is in your platoon is like your sister or your brother, because you're gonna be, you know, living with them in the barracks. You're gonna be living life with them. You know, it's black, white, like race doesn't matter, man. It's, you could be friends with a black guy, you could be friends with a white guy. You see what I'm saying? It's friends with an Asian guy, friends with, you know, Vietnamese guy, or freaking Native American guy, you know, a Muslim guy. You never know, man. It's the military. The U.S. military is like that, man. We're cool with each other like that. So anyway, what happened was this platoon leader knew that there's an IED and there's a gas set up on the side of the road, and he told the first Humvee to go on ahead and, you know, hey, just go on ahead. He's like, it's already late. It's running late, and, you know, we don't want to go around this thing, because they were supposed to like go around the IED, right? Go on the other side of the road, not on the other side of the road, but like there's a barrier on the left, and they had to like go all the way out in the back, and then come back on the other side so they can pass through, right? But this platoon sergeant, he freaking full idiot, full stupid. Okay, this is similar to this COVID thing. This is similar to this COVID-19 coronavirus shit. This is similar to this thing. Okay, so what he did was this. Okay, he was like, I think it's safe, because, you know, you just drive by, just go straight right there. It's like, you know, just be on the left side. Just, you know, just go pull to the left and just drive faster. So boom, first Humvee went up, and then, you know, everything is fine. The second Humvee went up and, you know, sped up, and boom, got hit, and freaking everybody, the freaking Humvee caught up on fire, and, you know, freaking the driver survived, and freaking the rest of them died, bro. Gunner, freaking the freaking call it the TC or something, and then the passenger in the back died, bro. So 3 people died, and boom, there you go, all married, all have kids. Out of freaking stupidity, man. They could have avoided that crap, okay, if they would have just followed the protocol of, you know, patrolling, went all the way around the freaking barrier on the left, could have avoided the IED, the improvised explosive device, completely, and everybody would have been safe. But they didn't do it. See, they never freaking did it. Okay, another example of stupidity. So here is a chemistry class. You know, the chemistry class that I was taking in college. What happened was there was a substance that the professor said, you know, you had to the way you use it is like this. Okay, he says, you know, you put the you're supposed to put the water on it. You know, don't put it on the water, just put the water on it. It's something like sodium something. I forgot the name of it, but it's like some kind of a sodium something, man. It's not sodium chloride, it's something else. It's something else. Zinc something like that, but you're supposed to put that substance, okay? Or you're supposed to put the water on that substance, not that substance on the water. So this idiot, this freaking idiot in chemistry class did the freaking opposite, man. He did the opposite. So first he put that thing on the freaking beaker, and then he freaking threw it, and then it's like a small bang, like bang, something like that, you know. And everybody started laughing. They're like, "What the?" They're like, you know, the professor just told you, freaking, don't put it on the water. Put the water on it. So you see what I'm saying? He did the exact opposite. Okay, so that's what it is. Stupid is, you know. Freaking higher chance of dying from this freaking stupidity than a freaking virus, man. Than a freaking COVID-19 virus shit, you know. Because you do have an immune system. You see what I'm saying? You do have an immune system. It's not just if you contacted COVID-19. It's not just like, oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, the world is gonna end to me. Oh. They're trying to make it seem like it's freaking Contagion. You know that movie Contagion? Like they freaking Gwyneth Paltrow, the chick, freaking touched and drank freaking on that casino, and she started freaking dying or something like that. And once she got home, and then all of a sudden, like freaking people start dropping on the freaking railway and stuff like that. Like that thing is a movie, man. And I bet you freaking Fauci, freaking Trump, freaking the whole White House watched that movie, and they're like, oh, let's you know, let's do predictive programming, and let's tell them it came from a bat. Oh, it didn't come from a lab, it came from a bat, but it actually came from a lab. Freaking Fauci funded that thing. It's right there. Fauci funded Wuhan coronavirus lab. Look it up. It's right there. Newsweek magazine. So, you know. Another example of stupidity. Okay, another example of freaking stupidity right here. Real life. Okay, real life. This is real life. So I have a turn on the freaking AC because it's getting hot again, you know. I have an uncle here in California. Okay, he died of a stroke, but before that, before he got the stroke, here's what happened to him. Okay, he was about to freaking go to the Philippines to visit his daughter and his daughter's graduation. And what happened was this: he got the stroke and then boom, you know. But the way it happened is this, okay? Out of stupidity, out of his own freaking stupidity, his addictive behavior, you know. He's addicted to cigarettes. So dude smokes freaking 4 packs a day, every single day of the week, okay? And he was bragging to me like, you know, oh, it's, you know, it doesn't really matter because I use a filter, so use filters. But the filters don't really work. You see? So what happened was he was smoking, right? He was smoking. And one time he was pulling like a grave shift. Grave shift is like, you know, like overnight shift, you know, like it was like 2 in the morning until like 9 in the morning or something like that. And what happened was he was smoking. He was smoking. He kept asking the manager. I talked to the manager, and what the managers told me was this. She said that he kept asking her for a break, for a cigarette break. You know, being a Filipino herself, so she's, you know, she gave him a leeway or something like that. So, you know, and they were telling him to stop. I'm telling him to stop smoking. Everybody's telling him to stop smoking. His sisters are telling him to stop smoking. Okay, dude never listened. Boom, got a stroke. got into a coma, never freaking came back, bro. And then in 2017, I took his body to the Philippines. So you see what I'm saying? Stupid is stupid us, man. He was not able to attend his freaking daughter's graduation because of his stupidity. He could have just like freaking let that go. He could have just like freaking, hey, I'm gonna replace this with candy. I'm gonna replace that with freaking something else. Because with addictions, you gotta replace it with something else before you can fully give it up, okay? So stupid is stupid does, okay? Stupidity kills, man. What is that? You know, that's not a virus. Is it a virus that killed my uncle? No. It's freaking smoking, bro. It's freaking, he got a stroke from that thing, okay? He smokes incessantly, bro. Like every freaking 5 minutes he's smoking, bro. Freaking 4 or 5 packs a day, some shit. So you see? Addiction, man. Freaking addiction. Overstimulation, that's what it is. Overstimulation from anything, man. From eating, from freaking drinking or some shit, smoking, you know. Overstimulation, like that's why we need a break, okay? Sometimes your mind, sometimes you wander, you know, you just like sit there and then not really think of anything. You're just staring at the space and, you know, like whatever the hell, because that is your body resting, okay? You gotta listen to your body. Okay, another freaking example of a stupid is stupid does, okay? So one of my cousins in the Philippines, he he wasn't good. He wasn't a good swimmer or nothing, but he never told anyone, right? He never told anyone, and I happened to not be there at that time. And what happened was it was raining, so the river was like filled, right? It's like a river. There's a river near where I live, right there in the Philippines, and everybody was swimming. Everybody's swimming, and then my cousin, this guy, freaking jumped up on the freaking river without telling anybody, okay? And this guy doesn't know how to swim, bro. Dude freaking drowned and shit, and freaking we had to do a funeral for him like 2 days later. And they didn't find out until like an hour later or something like that, because everybody was like playing in the freaking river. They're playing some kind of game or something like that. So you see what I'm saying? Until they saw the body freaking be floating and shit like that. So nobody's CPR freaking certified right there. So it was done. It was done for. This guy was like freaking, he died at the age of freaking, how old was he? Freaking 15 or some shit, man. Like freaking 15 years old or some shit like that, you know? This like back in the day. But you know, stupid is stupid us, man. Stupid is stupid us, you know? Again, higher chance of dying from stupidity than this freaking virus, man. You're not seeing anybody dying, aren't you? And what you're seeing a pattern of is this, okay? You're seeing a pattern of people dying inside the hospitals, being vented in the hospitals, and not dying outside the hospitals. Do I still need to dumb it down even further? Okay. You know, imagine you go inside of a building, a gas chamber, right? You die inside of a gas chamber because it's a gas chamber. So what you have to do is go outside the gas chamber, okay? Don't go inside, stupid. Stupid is stupid as, okay? Don't go inside the hospital. They're gonna fucking kill you, bruh. They're gonna freaking vent you and they're gonna kill your ass and shit. You see, just be outside the hospital. Go by your freaking day. Take your freaking mask off. Go walk in the freaking sun. Get your vitamin D and shit. Okay? Stop being a pussy. Stop being a freaking simp. Stop being a simp mangina. Stop being a COVIDiot shit. Okay? The real COVIDiots are the one wearing masks, man. Inhaling their own carbon dioxide and freaking killing themselves on the process. Carbon dioxide is not supposed to be in your body, bruh. You're supposed to be exhaling it. The plants are supposed to be inhaling that shit. They're supposed to be. We have a mutual relationship with the plants. Is there commensalism, bro? Commensalism. Like, they freaking completely. Freaking Fauci. Stop listening to that freaking no, man. That dude is a freaking liar. How you gonna put yourself in, oh, I'm in a modified quarantine. Oh, it has to be 4 days. In 4 days, I gotta be in the White House again. What you mean you tested positive and you're supposed to be 14 days quarantine and you go back to freaking Washington DC in 4 days? What you gonna think? You're gonna freaking infect everybody. So he's not even following his science, bro. He's not even following the freaking science. God damn, it's like people are freaking completely stupid of this shit, man. Like, aren't you seeing like nobody's freaking dying around your neighborhood and shit? Are your sons, your daughters dying and shit? And people are freaking. I don't know. I don't know, man. It feels like I feel like I'm in China or something. I feel like I'm in North Korea or something, man. It doesn't, because this thing doesn't feel like America to me. This ain't the country I fought for in the wars. As a veteran, this ain't the country I fought for in the wars. These motherfuckers are pussies, bruh. These motherfuckers are freaking complete freaking idiots. Freaking being a pussy of a freaking cold. Oh, I'm gonna die freaking cold. Oh, COVID-19 coronavirus. Oh, it's gonna get me. Oh, motherfucker. I can beat you up to death freaking way better than the freaking. You have a higher chance of dying from freaking fighting me, a freaking veteran, a war veteran, than freaking dying from this stupid virus, man. You see what I'm saying? These people are freaking stupid, man. I can't think of any more. My vocabulary is running out of freaking describing these stupid demons, these stupid freaking NPCs, stupid freaking insectoid, abnormal. These people, this is not normal at all, man. You think being 6 feet away, being freaking dude, how did it get here when Donald Trump locked the motherfucking airports in like March or something like that, March or April or something like that? And then the announced spread in Wuhan didn't happen until like May or some shit like that. So you see, man, he locked down the motherfucking airports already, or all the incoming freaking China flights. The passengers were quarantined for freaking 15 or 17 days or something like that. And they were checked, they were cleared, okay? And then boom, we're dealing with this stupid shit. How the hell did it spread like that? You know what I'm saying? It's, unless you sprayed it in the freaking air, unless you freaking contrailed the air and shit, unless you sprayed the freaking cyanide in the air, up in the air, and freaking have people, freaking old people, freaking getting all freaking manic panic over this thing, because they'll be the first ones affected by this. Okay. So man, it's an orchestrated effort to freaking depopulate America, man. That's what I can't think of anything else. It's freaking Bill Gates is on this shit. Freaking Elon Musk. All these freaking rich ass motherfucking billionaires are on this shit, bro. Motherfucking Fauci is fixing to become a billionaire with this stupid freaking vaccine, man. And he wants you to take it several times. It's not just one time, it's several times. Why? Because they're freaking rushing it. They're not doing it right. They're not doing it in 3 years, okay? It's not taking 3 years for them. It's just taking like, several months. Dude, that's not how you make a vaccine. This thing is experimental, bro. They even say it. Fauci even says this thing is experimental. Okay, this is the first time they ever done a freaking mRNA vaccine. Okay, a microRNA vaccine. So the damn RNA of whatever the hell freaking RNA they have there in that vaccine is gonna attach to your DNA, and it's gonna start making proteins. Okay, I'm gonna start making proteins from that, whatever the hell creature they got right there, programmed it out of, and then you're gonna freaking start making the protein, the dead protein from that freaking virus, and then you're supposed to, your body is supposed to get over that, and that's supposed to be better than the regular vaccine. So why do you have to take more than one vaccine then, huh? If it's better than the regular vaccine, the yearly flu shot that you get, if it's better than that, then why is freaking Fauci telling us to take it more than once, bruh? Take it more than once a freaking year and shit. Because he says, it's not really, it's not gonna be enough. One vaccine is not gonna be enough. So why are you even telling us to take it? See what I'm saying? This freaking Moderna, freaking AstraZeneca already freaking paralyzed like 8 people or some shit. Look it up, okay? Of course they're gonna play it down, they're gonna change it to like 4 or 3 or something like that, but the original article that I saw was like 8 people got paralyzed, bro. Like 8 out of 12 or something like that. You see? So why would you want to take that? And they're trying to play it down. They're like, it's only, temporary paralysis. Motherfucker, if I paralyze you for fucking temporarily, I mean, would you like to be paralyzed temporarily? Come on now. This is how you know this thing is bullshit, bro. The whole thing is freaking horse shit. You know what I'm saying? It's freaking jackass, man. Freaking stupid, you know? Stupid is stupid us. That's it for this video. Peace out.